Turns out when you search for 26 weeks and period pain, first thing that comes up is preterm labour.
Good morning guys, I'm at Brighton. Oh, this carpet in this new room is so soft. I thought the carpet that we had laid throughout the house was really nice, but since the carpet's fresh in this room, it's amazing how much the other one's already been trodden down. Anyway, it's bright and early morning for me today, and the emphasis is on bright right now. It is a glorious day, although it looks like there's some clouds coming over now. Let's check out the sun before it gets too... oh crap, hang on. Before it gets crap, we actually have blue sky. It's the nicest looking day we've had in probably at least a week. I kind of want to go outside, but I've got stuff to do, so I can't. It's so nice. I know if I got up any later, I probably would have missed all this, so glad that I'm up, although I'm a bit tired. I only had my 7 hours sleep tonight, and if you guys have been watching me, you know that I'm going to have at least 8. If I don't have 8, I'm grouchy. Also very hungry. Hello buddy. Do you want to go outside in the sun? Bet it does. And that just goes to show that looks can be deceiving. It is freezing outside. It looks like a warm summer's day. Oh, dog's messing up curtains already. It looks like a warm summer's day. It certainly is not. Oh, I can't wait for summer. 2 reasons. Nice temperature. Baby. Tidy up some of this house. Still got decorating stuff all around. This is the state of lunch today. I've already had a satsuma, which would have made this a bit more colourful with the orange on the plate. But this, oh, I can't wait, I'm so hungry. It's nearly 1:45 already. And by the way, this isn't just a salad sandwich, there is some meat in here with a bit of mustard. I'm absolutely flabbergasted as to how difficult it can be to renew insurance and that sort of stuff. And also how easy it is. I got a letter through the post just a few minutes ago from Direct Line saying that they're going to renew the policy for pet insurance, and the renewal is £28.50 a month. I thought that sounded quite a lot, so I went onto Direct Line's own website, put the details in, took about 30 seconds, and then it said to me that it was going to be £18 a month. So it's about £10 a month cheaper for the exact same cover. What the hell? So I tried doing the online chat and it goes, "We're sorry, online chat is only available between these times," of which it is between those times. For some reason their online chat's not working, and that's the second company in the past week that's their online chat just isn't working between the times that it tells me it should be working. Anyway, I give them a call, answer the phone pretty much straight away. I tell them the problem, that it's about £10 cheaper to get a new policy with them, and they go, "We can't price match it online, but if you do get a new policy, there'll be a 14-day period where you can't claim. And what is it? 14-day period where you can't claim. And also, oh yeah, it wouldn't be covered for any pre-existing conditions." Well, we're quite lucky because at the moment the only pre-existing condition with Shep is that little tag of skin that we had to have taken off, and that's not really a condition. It wasn't cancerous, it wasn't anything really. There's no condition that was pre-existing to worry about. And that 14-day thing, all I did was just, the amount we were saving, I just overlapped the 2-week period of the two policies. So when one policy ends, I just had the new one start 2 weeks earlier. So it cost an extra, what, £9 in this year, but I saved well over 100 quid. 120 quid I saved this year. I'm on a right savings spree. If I just gave all these people the money they asked for, the money they want, it would cost us an arm and a leg each year. I'm saving so much. If you have policies that are up for renewal, do not just let it auto-renew. Get on the phone. If they won't do it on the phone, often they do with Direct Line, they'll sort of like sort it out on the phone. But I think the price was so different and it was for new customers. I said to the lady, "Well, if I cancel this and I start a new policy, is that fine?" She said, "Yes." And then she just outlined the fact that it wouldn't be covered for the first 2 weeks, whatever. I'm like, okay, that's fine then. I'll save my money. At this rate, if we've been paying, let's say on average £20 a month, I don't know, for the past 6 years, it has cost us a hell of a lot more. In fact, they paid out 200 quid last year for getting that thing off Shep. It'd be cheaper just to pay for it ourselves, I think. Anyway, he's getting older, there's more chance that this thing's going to be wrong, so I don't mind paying for pet insurance for peace of mind. But yeah, it's shocking how they just slowly put the prices up and usually just giving him a call or whatever and they'll sort it for you. But no, not today. Sorted though, I did it. It's taken me about 10 minutes from getting that letter to actually cancelling the renewal and then setting up a new one. It's just stupid. For 120 quid. Most people don't get paid 120 quid for 10 minutes worth of work. I think I'm going to record 1 or 2 videos for Project Dad. Do you remember me telling you yesterday the 4 videos that I got planned? I have the camera set up. I don't need a light today because there's enough light coming through this window. That's if the clouds stop moving around. It was beautiful sunshine, so there was a hell of a lot of light at one point, and then the clouds started rolling over. And the problem with clouds when you're videoing is it changes the light. So when you're editing, like everything gets brighter and darker through all the different cuts. Oh, it's tight with this door. All the different cuts. That can be a bit problematic. I was kind of like, once I realised it was starting to get cloudy, I thought I'll wait till it's properly overcast before I start recording. It will help. Also, I think I'm going to give this a bit of a trim. It's now nearly 2 o'clock, so I've only got like an hour or two. If I give this a trim first, I know recording's only going to take me a few minutes. I think if I do maybe midwife appointments and the scan appointments, I'll see. That'll get 3 of them done. But yeah, if I trim that, it should look a bit better on video as well. Get rid of some of my chins. I don't want to look like that. I'd rather look more like what I feel I look like. Have you ever seen, is it Men in Black? The guy that's kind of like, it's like an alien, like an insect style alien that sort of like takes over this guy's body and it kind of just drinks sugary water or something like that. I kind of feel like that sometimes when I look in the mirror, especially when I look at myself after I've been sort of like recording, because it's not that flattering when you got a lot of neck, hair, and you've got a bit of a chin going on. I managed to record the very first video about the midwife appointments. I found that quite easy, kind of just rolled off. There wasn't really a lot to talk about. I'd pressed record and I was just about to start on the first sort of ultrasound scan we had, and I just couldn't get anything out. I really struggled. It's kind of like I had a mental block. So I figured I would hold off and maybe edit the midwife appointment, and once I've done that I might feel a bit more comfortable about what I'm going to say in the first scan. Either that or maybe have a chat with Jen first. She might want to be in the video. She might like to be in the video. We'll see. I was kind of hoping to get at least 1 or 2 more recorded before it got dark. I guess the worst case scenario is I just switch the light on. That's the beauty of having extra lighting for videos. I'll get this edited first. Oh, it's 2:30. Yeah, by the time I finished editing it, it's probably going to be closer to getting dark time. You don't want to be recording as it's getting dark, because it gets dark real quick and it will really screw with your videos. Now I've finished that video for Project Dad. It is edited, it's currently uploading. It's now 4 o'clock, and yesterday we picked up, I've already pulled them out the fridge, these pork belly strip things. On the outside of the packaging it says to cook for 15 to 20 minutes, grill for 15 to 20 minutes. I don't think that's going to be enough. I don't think it's going to be anywhere near as good as I think it should be. So I'm going to improvise. I think an hour and a half, if I bake them in the oven, covered in foil, that might be enough to cook them through. Maybe try an hour and then see what they're like after then. And then I can put them under the grill, maybe to crisp them up or help further render the fat out or something. I don't know, I'm gonna give it a go. It seems to think there's more cooking instructions on this, on the inside of the packaging, so I have to open it to find out what they recommend. Presumably they've got oven cooking instructions as well. If I only cook half of them and I screw them up, they were 1, cheap, and 2, I've then got the other half to try again, which means we're gonna have a late dinner if I do screw it up. I now feel a bit conflicted. The inside of the packaging says to just cook them for 30 minutes in the oven. Jen won't be home for an hour and a half. I know. Let's assume she's gonna be late. Let's assume she gets here by 6. No, I need to stop putting them in the oven now. If they're done, I can just leave them to rest, and she can be late. She can be late. Question is, do I put salt and pepper on them first? I think I'm going to improvise. I'm going to do it the way I want to do it. And if it doesn't turn out well, it doesn't turn out well. I just either try again or I suck it up and just eat it as is. I've lightly coated them in oil, packed them together and seasoned them with salt and pepper. And I'm just going to loosely put a bit of foil over the top. Just to, I don't know, maybe stop it browning so much, stop the outside and the top cooking so much in the oven. It's only on a low heat. Welcome home.
Hello.
That was good timing. I'm just serving up now.
Phew! I made it. I'm a little bit out of breath.
Take your coat off, sit down, ready.
Okay, thank you.
Literally in the middle of serving up.
Oh wow.
That's how close it was. You're lucky you nearly had a cold dinner.
I know.
Today we have carrots, broccoli and sprouts for a change, although they're a few days out of date they taste alright, and this pork looks awesome. An hour and a half in the oven almost, saying it's just under, and oh, I tasted a bit and it is fantastic. If you come into the gym, wake up, go and get some clothes on.
Okay, I'm coming.
Stop being lazy, and don't tell me it's because you're pregnant.
See, it's fine. I had time for a quick power nap, and I am ready for the gym before Chris is. But I am having a bit of trouble with my gym clothes. Pretty much as of today, I think. I don't think it was this bad a couple of days ago. All my gym stuff is basically baggy t-shirts, but I've put one on that is normally really baggy. And it looks fine. You can definitely see my belly. But when I twist my arms, my t-shirt does not move. Like, not at all. Like, this bit here stays perfectly still. This bit doesn't actually go anywhere because it's got nowhere to go. It's on my shoulders. I think I'm not going to be able to wear these for very much longer, because you don't want to have like skin tight stuff on at the gym. You need to be able to move, and well, I might be borrowing Chris's shirts before long. 3rd of Feb, day 2 of 3, going to the gym. The only reason why I didn't go yesterday is because I did so much exercise anyway. In fact, so much that my calves, the outside of them, are so tender right now. I'm not sure I should be showing you these, my spindly legs, but right here, so sore, so sore. This car park is a lot busier than I was expecting. The gym closes about an hour and a half early than the rest of the working week. Monday to Thursday it closes quite late. Friday it closes quite early. I assumed it closed early because there weren't many people that come on a Friday, but it is packed, this car park. That makes me think that the gym might be busy, and like I said the other day, I don't like the gym when it's busy, especially when I'm just starting back up. I feel really awkward. I think it's going to be busier than it was the other night because it was completely dead.
Yeah.
But I reckon most of these people are probably like footballers or basketballers or something, and it'd be like a team sport going on somewhere else.
Right, so let's guess how many people do you think are going to be in the gym?
I guess 8, 10.
10.
10.
13. 10's a lot.
It is quite a lot, isn't it?
Yeah. But I wanted to go more than you, so I went 13. Alright, 10 and 13. Let's go count.
I was only going to go 7. Maybe I should just go 7.
You want to go 7?
Yeah.
Okay, you go 7, I go 10 then.
Before we get there.
Before we get there?
Yeah, 7 before we...
Yeah, yeah. We
add
see
on to
7 other people, not including ourselves, yeah. Right, let's go and count them. It was so much busier than I expected in there. I think I counted about 16 people, thereabouts. I started to lose count after that. Chris reckons he counted about 20, so I was way off with my... 20, that was before I stopped counting and gave up, realised that both of us were way off on our numbers. Yeah, there's no way there was only 7 people in there. It was definitely busy. It was so much less pleasant than it was the other night. When it is an awful lot earlier. You kind of felt like people were watching you a lot more. Because it was dark outside, you could see all the reflections in the windows. I could see that people kept watching us. Jen seemed to think that one of them was just determined to decide whether she was fat or pregnant. People keep staring at me a lot recently. I have noticed in the last week, probably, people are going to look at my face, and then they look at my belly, and then they look at my face, and then they carry on the conversation. So there's something going on in their heads. It's like they've suddenly clocked that maybe she's pregnant. Is she just fat? Maybe that's why she's in the gym. She wasn't this fat last time. Yeah, so I reckon they were staring at me. Because people seem to be at the moment, and I just have to get used to it. You are currently propped on, a half-empty poly full of smooth over and a metal tin. So don't fall. You're a bit wobbly. Yep, you're a bit wobbly. We had to stop off at the shop on the way because I forgot I was almost out of peanut butter. And I'd normally get this stuff. Whole Earth, not sponsored. We don't get sponsored. We've got like 10 people who watch our videos. But yeah, Whole Earth. This is a bigger than usual jar. It may also be exclusive to Sainsbury's. I don't know, not found it anywhere else. But this is expensive. Do you know how much this costs? Like £3 something. Yeah. £3 something. And how much was this? About half the price? About £1, I think. I think it was 95p. No, I thought it was £1.20, £1.30 or something. Maybe it was. I don't know. Anyway, we basically got this, a thing of bananas, 5 bananas, and a pack of orange things for less than £3. So less than that jar. And this is clearly a knockoff version of it. Knockoff version of that. We just did a bit of a taste test, and I gotta say, that there's not much in it. Jen seems to think that there's a bit of an aftertaste to this expensive one, and she prefers the cheaper one. I personally think they're much of a much, and I'm much happy to save £1, £2 or whatever every single, I don't know how quickly I go through it. There's less in this jar to be fair, but still, there's a massive saving, and it's as good as the same product. Normally when Aldi do the whole like brands but cheaper sort of adverts and what have you, they're not. They knock the brands off and they never taste the same. They might be alright. This, I think we're onto a winner. That is until they stop making it.
Yeah, that's gonna happen next.
It's a problem with Aldi. They do stuff and then they stop doing stuff.
While I was at work today, I got a brand new pregnancy symptom, which was both scary and exciting at the same time. I had a really achy back last night, like right in my lower back, just at the very, very base of my spine. And I was walking the dog last night. It was achy and it was a little bit sore, like almost a sharp pain. I didn't think anything of it. I went to bed with my giant size pillow that Adam and Laura bought for me for Christmas. That's Chris's brother Adam. It's huge. It is 6 foot long, I think. No, it's longer than that. It might be 12 foot long. Last night I lay in the middle of it. So I was lying in bed, like basically in this big nest of a pillow. It was really good because it kind of supported my back and my front and my knees and my head all at the same time. It really, really helped. But by the time I got to work this morning, hang on. There we go. Lean back on it again. By the time I got to work this morning, my back was really, really achy again. There was no pain this time, but it was almost like a period pain. So there's no cramping involved, nothing at all like that, nothing scary, but just this really dull ache, and it lasted for about 2 hours or so today. So I googled it, because what do you do when you've got a weird pain that you've never felt before? You always Google it, and it is not always the best thing to do, and I know it's not always the best thing to do. Turns out when you search for 26 weeks and period pain, first thing that comes up is preterm labour. That was quite worrying for me at 9 o'clock this morning at my desk, when I was like, I've got a whole day of work to do. I cannot be thinking about this at the moment. So my rational brain kicked in and I realised it wasn't anything to worry about. I just needed to be aware of how long it was lasting and what was going to happen next. I just kind of had to be aware of the pain, and I'm sure everything would be fine. And it was. By about 11 o'clock it had gotten away. But I started Googling it when it was lunchtime, and I thought I'll just check, see what forum posts there are, what sort of things go on. And apparently that sort of achy lower back pain can be a very, very early contraction. So there's no way the baby's going to be born at that stage, hopefully. Fingers crossed, we've still got plenty of time left. It's kind of like your body preparing and strengthening muscles that it doesn't normally use. And that causes an achy back, which is really interesting because it didn't feel like anything I would have expected a contraction to feel like. It didn't really hurt. I wouldn't have needed to take painkiller for it even, it wasn't that bad. It was just continuous and uncomfortable, I suppose, as much as anything. How crazy is that? Like, we're about to enter the 3rd trimester. We are entering the 3rd trimester tomorrow, and there is a chance, although it's probably quite small, that I have already started like practicing contractions. I think they're Braxton Hicks contractions. Anyway guys, it's super late and I'm tired, so I'm going to snuggle back into my giant pillow and I'm going to go to bed. So good night guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.